Hello boys, welcome back to the class again. So we were discussing on unitary and federal states. Now when I explained to you about the unitary and federal, I also gave you the example of some states. Like if you want to talk about a federal state, the first and foremost example comes to our mind is USA. And if you talk about a unitary state, first and foremost example is Britain. But where does India stand in this list? So if you see the examples of federal state, you see the name of India. And if you see the example of unitary state, you see the name of India again. But if you remember in the last class, I had given a small star mark on the name, just in front of the name India. And I had said I will explaining this to you later. So now this is the class that we are going to discuss on that. Where does India fall? Whether it is a unitary or federal state. That's why today's topic, India as a federal state with subsidiary unitary features, or Indian federal setup, mixture of federal and unitary characteristics. India, our country, has got the features of both unitary and federal states. That's why some prefer to call India a quasi-federal as well. So let us discuss what are the federal characteristics that our country, India, has got. First one, the division of power between the union and the state. Division of power you will find only in a federal state. In India as well, we have a division of power. We have a government of India, and we also have the government of West Bengal, government of Bihar, government of Maharashtra, government of Sikkim, likewise all the 28 states. So since there is a division of power between union and state, we can say India is a federal state. Second point, dual polity. When there is a division of power, naturally there is dual polity. We have two governments, government at the center and government at the states. We have the executive head of the nation, of the center. We have a prime minister and the constitutional head of the state, president. Instead, we have the constitutional head of the state, governor, and the real executive of the state, chief minister. So we have a dual polity. Third one, written constitution. If there is a division of power, written constitution is must. Because if there is no written constitution, there could be dispute between the state and the center regarding the division of powers. So there has to be a written constitution which is there in India. Rigidity of the constitution in respect of the federal provisions. Whenever the question about the federal provisions come, the constitution has to be rigid, which means it cannot be amended quite easily. There has to be a two-third majority in the center, in the parliament, and there has to be two-third majority in the state legislative assembly also to amend the constitution, which is also present in Indian federal state. Constitution is the law of the land. The constitution is the supreme. Constitution is the supreme that all other government organs like executive, judiciary, legislature, they all derive their power from the constitution of the country. Special role of the Supreme Court. Supreme Court is the guardian of the constitution. Right? It is only Supreme Court who has the power to interpret the constitution. So Supreme Court stands at the apex, the most powerful judicial body, or we can say the guardian of the constitution. Number 7, bicameral union parliament. Bicameral union parliament means having two houses, two chambers in the parliament. The lower house as India has got two chambers, the lower house, which is the house of representatives of the people, and we also have the Rajya Sabha, the house of the representative of the states.